The legacy dinosaur going extinct media is going back to that same old playbook yet again. Though the pages are tired, torn, and forlorn, they are ready to go all in on yet another hoax. But today we have hope that the new media is making it impossible to do so, because every one of these hoaxes, well, it has the power to divide our society ever more. Today we'll uncover what Elon really did and how the coordination to slime him might not be working this time in. Hello, folks, and welcome back. We are here to change hearts and minds with the truth, capital T, and we mean it indeed. As we get ready to get started today, consider clicking the like button. We'll get underway. And folks, we're going to do this with a dance, with a gingerness that is required given the platform upon which we are. And we're doing this, folks, in a way that helps us continue to keep our megaphone, we hope, but we believe in the truth above all else. We hope you do as well. Our society, our world is tired of being misled over and over and over, and the new media is making that harder to do than ever before. We're happy to join in with the chorus of saying, here's what really happened, we'll show it to you, and you decide what you think of Elon, and that is, of course, the choice you get to make, because the new media opens up the door to full transparency. Click the like button, and here we go. All right, folks, the new media is in charge. We're large, and we're not going to let them get away with this. Listen, if Elon Musk or anybody else does something that is inappropriate, we call it out. Now, I think Elon Musk probably saved free speech, so everything gets put, relative. And some people have asked me, why didn't you make videos about Elon Musk and Asmongold? Why didn't you make videos about, X, Y, and Z? And I say, well, I had 4 videos this day and this day and this day. And this video was on fires the size of the city of Paris. And this day, it's like, I got to pick my battles here, folks. But we'll call people out when they do things they shouldn't do. At the same time, when Elon Musk doesn't do anything wrong at all, in fact, it seems like it's a very heartfelt thing he's doing and good, we're going to support that. Jonas?
The number of people that jump in and say, hey, why wasn't this your first article of the day? I'm sorry. And I'm going to defend Marvin a little bit here. I'm sorry that it was our second article of the day.
But we always appreciate feedback. That said, we're going to give the legacy media some feedback because they're trying to hoaxify. And the problem for them is that the new media is here and it's unhoaxable now. At least we think it is. As long as people tell the truth, it's going to make it very difficult for these hoaxes to exist because the gates have been torn down and the gatekeepers are going to have to learn that quickly. Here is the full final part of the Elon Musk speech. You know what? We'll do this. We'll play the whole thing. I started to play the last half because that's when the bad thing they say happens. But no, we'll play the whole thing. That way it's fully in context. Fox 4 is the one covering this, carrying it for us. But it's a single feed, I believe, for all the channels, including us. Here we go.
He has an unusual gait, doesn't he?
He does. He's excited.
I got to tell you. I bet his mom looks at him and just says, he looks like he's having a good time today.
This is what victory feels like. Yeah. And this was no ordinary victory. This was a fork in the road of human civilization. Okay. There are elections that come and go. Some elections are, important, some are not. But this one this one really mattered.
Was that Jonas laughing for a minute there? Jonas, was that you?
That was I do not believe I was laughing. Maybe a chortle. Okay. I don't think I had one in there.
Just checking.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured. Thanks to you. We're going to have safe cities, finally, safe cities, secure borders, sensible spending, basic stuff. and we're going to take Doge to Mars. I mean, can you imagine how awesome it will be to have American astronauts plant the flag on another planet for the first time? Bam! Yeah! How inspiring would that be? You know, there's always problems in life. You know, there's this problem, solve that problem. But you know, there need to be things that inspire you. There need to be things that make you glad to wake up in the morning and say, I'm looking forward to the future.
He's right about this. I think we need to etch this into Epcot somewhere.
This is perfect for Epcot, actually, as long as we're talking about the Walt Disney Company. Walt Disney would love to have a character like Elon Musk associated with his Epcot park. A progressive, bright idea about the future. This is the kind of guy they would probably talk about in the Carousel of Progress if they were still doing updates to that. A guy who's talking about, yeah, let's go to Mars. I can picture a scene like the original Epcot diorama that I forget where it is. It's on the People Mover, right? Or is it on the exit for Space Mountain?
Say it again.
It's on the People Mover.
It's on the People Mover. Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about Elon Musk and his thoughts on Mars in a situation like that. This is quintessential Walter Elias Disney, and it is the opposite of what the current Disney company would do. I'm looking at this guy. I'm imagining he probably has, if he does have Asperger's, I wonder if he has overstimulation issues and he's just drinking all this in. So
he's very excited. He's very enthused, and I hope he's enjoying it. You know, and I don't want to be the kind of person who, when somebody is in a great mood, that I'm the one who comes in and nitpicks and says, "Well, you need to have this kind of decorum. And you need to have this kind of decorum." It's just like, let somebody enjoy their moment. Let them enjoy it.
Yeah. I love you guys. So, and let me tell you, I'm gonna work my ass off for you guys. So, I really will. So, and yeah, but I'm super fired up for the future. It's going to be very exciting. As the president said, we're going to have a golden age. It's going to be fantastic. And one of the fundamental things, one of the most American values that I love is optimism, and this feeling like we're gonna make the future good. We're gonna make it good. So, man, I can't wait. This is gonna be fantastic. So thank you again, and yeah, I'm just so excited about the future. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Did he?
Oh, there's a commercial.
Did I just miss it there? I'm not seeing anything.
It was in the beginning.
Yep.
Listen, can I just say something?
Hold on a second. I just want to say, Ron, you've made the point spectacularly. Jonas said, "Did I miss it? Did I miss it?" And you said, "Yeah, it was in the beginning." Yeah. That's how you have to like capture a couple of frames to make it look like anything bad. It's the hoax formula. You find like the frame where somebody's blinking and their face looks as bad as possible, and they've got one arm outstretched as they were trying to, pat their heart and throw their hand out to the crowd, and then you run a hoax on it. The problem is we can play the whole thing in the new media and say, "Nuh-uh." Go ahead.
See, where'd it go? No, I was just going to say, when you listen to the speech he gave, now take all politics out of it. Take everything you know about politics out of it. If you were coming at this from somebody who had never heard of Elon Musk and didn't know what he was speaking about, would you even be able to determine whether he was speaking on a Republican or a Democrat side. Like, I don't think you could. Like, that speech was about as apolitical as a speech could get. It was simply about hope and optimism and the excitement of the possibility of actually going to a different planet and placing the American flag different planet. It is. It's very Epcot.
Epcot's not allowed anymore. That's why we had to change it, because you have to believe in a dystopian future where climate change destroys us all.
No, and that's, you know, I can remember, it seems to me that I'm remembering, like, not very long ago, Elon was the savior of the left because of climate change and the Tesla. And I mean, it's so funny how the people that over politicize everything, they grasp at straws of what to make here, what to make there, or we're going to put this thing. I'm like, guys, he's just a guy who's very, very hopeful. I don't really think that Elon is. He seems to be more of a, as you say, sensible center type of a guy who just really wants good things for this country. And I think we've gotten so lost, mostly due to legacy media. By the way, the messaging from legacy media is so divisive. I feel like we are entering into a golden age. I feel like there's more optimism for this country coming together than there has been in a long time. And if you look at the coalition of people that President Trump built, none of them are what you'd call traditional Republicans. It really is a very kind of middle of the road centristic view going forward but it's about Americans protecting the citizens of this country and making us live in the best place that we can possibly live in. It's the American dream is what's back.
Absolutely. Erica, as you watched Elon give his speech, did you see anything that you thought, he's making a gesture to the worst of humanity? Was there anything in that, or do you think that it takes a Herculean effort to invent a negative connotation out of what Elon did?
I mean, it takes somebody with a lot of hate to take that time to slow down a video that slow, just frame by frame, to catch one little snippet of an arm going up that literally went up and down in like 2 seconds, just to create a false narrative in these optics, forgetting that, you know, they have been outed time and time again for this kind of behavior, which is why Trump got voted in. And they keep doing it. It's, you know, I wish they would just get the message and just get over it and move on. Don't you have better things to do with your life anyways? Don't you have family? Don't you have friends? Don't you have bills to pay? Don't you have real problems other than this? I mean, seriously, get a life and get real problems, you know?
Well, they've been trying to fabricate problems now for so long. And, you know, here, let me show you this. So Piers Morgan also often falls for these things. Piers Morgan is one of those, he's trying to get to the point where he has common sense, but it's a step too far sometimes. So Piers Morgan says Elon Musk was very ill-advised to do this kind of salute to denote his clearly stated "my heart goes out to you" sentiment. Now again, folks, you just watched it. You just watched it. Notice how they have to take the photo at the exact moment, like or a video, and they got to go through 60 frames to find the one. Whereas he's throwing his hand out from his heart, they can make it look like that. You just watched it.
I've never seen that done that way in the context that they're trying to describe either. It's more straight out, as I seem to remember it from the old footage.
What he did is he took his hand over his heart, and then he took that arm out in 2 seconds to the crowd as like a I open my heart to you gesture. And they find the exact frame that they can do this. And that is how every hoax of the past 8, 10, 12 years has happened. And the problem is that from a media standpoint, they can get called out now. And they will. And when they do, they look ludicrous. And the problem for them is that every time they look ludicrous, it's like the boy who cried wolf, and it causes people to switch their affiliation once they realize that they're being hoodwinked over and over and over again.
Yeah, and look, I don't like it when the right does it either. We've seen past. I mean, look, people put their arms up all the time, so there's tons of freeze frame pictures. There's freeze frame pictures of Obama doing this, Hillary Clinton doing this. I think Michelle Obama. I think what's her name, Pocahontas.
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah,
It's so nice of her to perform at the Trump inauguration.
but like you know, that's what's so funny. That's what's so disingenuous. You have, like, somebody is going to come along and point out the fact, just like they do on the other side, that they're yawning, they're making a gesture. There you go.
Like
Look
this?
at that. Boom. Yeah. So it's look.
You mean like this is a normal human hand? Like you can get anybody. We have all moved our arm, and if you've moved your arm before, there's a time when if somebody wanted to go through frame by frame, they'll find one that they can do this, and then they run the hoax.
Boom, there you go. And the funny thing is, it's like in context of what that gesture once was, okay, back in the 30s, and it was done in a very, very different way. This was something that you were requesting response from your crowd. Very particular response. I'm not going to go into it. People understand what I'm saying. But it's very, very clear when you watch what we just watched with Elon that there's like literally, I think he did maybe 100 other gestures that were over there. And by the way, I'm going to say this, especially I have sons that have similar conditions. Okay. Let me tell you, one of them, when he was a baby, he used to do this thing. This gesture seemed to come out of nowhere. We thought it was super cute. We called it Hulk Baby because of what he would do. He would like, and was shaking his fist. He wasn't mad or anything. It was just an excitement thing. There are reactions when certain people of certain neurology are gesturing, okay, and they get so excited and can't necessarily control what the gestures are. They're just going out. They're not thinking about it. It's like me earlier when I said Princess Bride instead of Princess Frog. I get excited and you're not thinking about it. You're just doing. In the moment, it may come out not even maybe the way you want it to, but it was very clear.
It's an impulsivity issue more than anything else.
Yes, and Elon was saying, "Hey, my heart goes out to you guys. I'm thanking you guys." And anybody taking that out of context, anybody doing that, that they're doing it because of their point of view, where they are coming from. That is the lens in which they choose to see all of humanity, and it's sad.
Or they're doing it purposefully to set up yet another hoax because they believe these still work. Take a listen and then pay attention to the coordination between the politicos and the media operatives.
Hitler salutes last night at the president's televised rally. What do you think of Elon Musk, perhaps the president's most visible advisor, doing 2 Heil Hitler salutes last night?
It's morphed into 2 now.
At the president's televised
Oh
rally.
my goodness.
No, Elon Musk did not do those salutes. I was not at the rally, but I can tell you I've been at many rallies with Elon Musk, who loves to cheer when President Trump says we need to send our U.S. space program to Mars. Elon Musk is a visionary. I'm looking forward to his work in DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, and look forward to looking how we can be more efficient and effective. But that is simply not the case. And to say so is the American people are smart. They see through it. They support Elon Musk. We are proud to be the country of such successful entrepreneurs. That is one of our greatest strengths as Americans.
Let me share with you what a few Americans have said about it.
He ignores it.
You idiot. It doesn't represent the 78 million that voted for him.
Trump
Oh my
inauguration
gosh.
rally. This is incredible. We are so back. Andrew Torba, who's the founder of the right-wing Christian nationalist social platform Gab, said incredible things are happening as he amplified the visual. The Proud Boys chapter in Ohio posted the clip on a Telegram channel with the text "Heil Trump," a chapter of the white nationalist group.
This guy does not understand what a meme is.
On Telegram. Thanks for.
Worse, he does. He knows how to. But this is what we've experienced for 10 years. They think it's going to continue to work.
For hearing us, Elon. The white flame will rise again. I could keep going. Over and over last night, white supremacist groups and neo-Nazi groups in this country rallied around that visual. Does it concern you that those elements of the neo-Nazi and white supremacist element in the United States believe that what they saw last night was a neo-Nazi salute?
What a
What
loser.
concerns me
I'm
is this is
sorry.
where
I
we
actually
use
hate
the
it when
question.
we use the word loser on this channel. But seriously, what a bottom feeding political loser. I don't know where he's from, but this is just
Connecticut.
What is this? What is this exactly? Because I missed this.
And how do they have a hearing already?
It's today. It's
Yeah,
today.
that was this morning.
It's
I
for
assume.
confirmation. Yeah, it's for the confirmation for the cabinet.
Here we go. Somebody says it's Connecticut.
Yep.
Well, they can't spell Connecticut right, so I guess they elected this guy.
Let's hear her
I
response.
told that man, "Here's my phone. Watch the video."
Exactly.
To believe are most important to ask to the UN ambassador. I have a very strong record when it comes to combating anti-Semitism. We just had a historic election where President Trump earned historic support from American voters because of his strong leadership combating anti-Semitism, which has been a scourge across the country, skyrocketing since October 7th. So I intend to bring moral clarity to this position and continue to speak out as a voice, as a beacon of light, condemning anti-Semitism at the United Nations.
So there you go, folks. There is how they attempt to start one of these hoaxes. This is how it ends the new media.
Let me
We could not have even responded to this sort of thing. It would have meant your removal.
I'm just gonna say this here. The reason that these attacks are so frustrating to the right is because we have a universal disgust of that ideology. And by that ideology, I'm talking about the ideology they're accusing him of having. And they know that we're disgusted with it, which is why they hit that particular button over and over again. Well, you know what? You don't have control of the media anymore. And it just makes you look like an idiot out there on Capitol Hill when things like this happen. It is the stupidest thing. It is the basest form of political grandstanding. And I'm just tired of it. I'm glad for the internet age and the fact that we have free speech so that we can expose people like this.
And people can say, right, left, you guys always take one side. And my response is, I just want to take the side of truth. Like, you watched the video. You saw what Elon did. You saw that it was 2 seconds. Ron even had to point out when it was. You saw how they manipulated the frame. And then they take that and they turn it into a media sensation, and they attempt to then use it as gotcha questions. Like, they drive all of this off of falsehood. And that's not an okay strategy anymore. And the problem is, not only is it a terrible strategy because it's based on this postmodern idea of power over truth, but also they've used it now for 10 to 12 years, intertwining our entertainment in it. Celebrities get intertwined into this, and they start talking about these things that are clearly hoaxes and have always been hoaxes. Stop it. Like, let's drop this as a tactic. Everybody. And the only way it's going to be dropped as a tactic is if we call it out now. And that is a remedy, because believing in hoaxes is how you turn celebrities and politicians and average people into extremists who can't find middle ground. We're tired of that. We want middle ground again.
And one more thing to the left. Doing this is what gets you a second term of Donald Trump.
True that.
Exactly.
Oh, I found this other salute that was done at the Trump rally. I just thought we might want to put that one.
Oh, yeah.
Double.
I thought he was supposed to be, chaining up people and shipping out, people of a particular persuasion. And there's the Village people dancing with Trump. So, maybe. I know you want more. You want more of the Pro Channel, folks, but we've got to head out the door for this video. But fret not yet, for more content is yet on the way. 3 times a day, thrice as nice, right here on the Pro Channel. Oh, what's that you say? You want more than that? Fine, we'll do 4. 4 videos. Well, yeah, that's happening. Folks, as you get ready to go, consider clicking the like button for us. It is a huge help. Also, like, share, subscribe, and click it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. We would also love it if you could drop on down and give us a comment. We love hearing from you. And although we can't respond to every single comment, we often are reading them indeed. Folks, we would encourage you to consider subscribing to our partner channels, that Park Place, that Game Place, and that Pod Place. We love them all. We think you might too. Until the next time we have the joy of joining with you, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.